So here's a problem with being single when you're older. And for women, being single when you're older, like let's say 29, 30. For men, being single when you get older, like 39, 40. The problem is it's just not a good look. Being single, it's a good look on a younger person. You're 22, you're single, it makes sense. 25, you're single, it makes sense. You're having a good time, it's totally by choice. You're out there living it up, going to the fucking Electric Daisy Carnival and the fucking concert and the club, and you're just living. It's a good look. You're single, you're available, you're fucking, mixing it up. But as you get older, people look at you differently. It doesn't look like it's a choice. It looks a bit like you screwed up. It starts to look like desperation. And the worst part is your body can't keep up with your general attitude. You could be a very successful single person through your 20s into your 30s, but at some point, your face doesn't look good anymore. You start to get older, and youth is so attractive, especially in America. Youth, we all covet, we, adore youth. We think it's just gorgeous. It is. Babies, puppies, adorable. Little pubescent 17-year-olds, adorable. Fully grown fat kittens, adults, So your body can't keep up with your dating attitude, your dating abilities. You could be a very successful single person, and you're confident, and you go on dates, and it's cool, it works. The way you carry yourself is very attractive. But then when you start to put that same confidence in like an uglier shell, it just is a mismatch. It doesn't make sense. You show up on the fucking OkCupid date, and you were so great in text form and through the fucking messages and everything, and then you show up, and the other person across from you looks at you, and it's like, what the fuck, like, and then you look delusional. You look absolutely fucking delusional, because it's like, and it just sucks, because you're getting punished for being consistent, for being the same guy you've always been, the same girl you've always been, for carrying yourself confidently, for keeping it real, for being like just a straight up consistent person, because we don't see ourselves, getting uglier the same way other people do. We think we do, but we don't. Self-awareness goes away as we get older, because we feel generally the same, but we just don't realize that gradually we've become horrid, disgusting, vile human beings. It's like, you haven't seen your niece in 4 years. You're like, oh my God, you've gotten so tall. You don't notice things when you're living with it on a daily basis. That's the problem. So we lose our self-awareness until the point where, in our geriatrics in our 70s and 80s, and we don't have a fucking clue. Like, we just shit ourselves, and we don't know. We're like, hey, what's that smell? What is that? Hey, did somebody shit? Yeah, old man, it was you. You did. You shit. Except there's one potentially mitigating factor, and it's a huge wild card here. If you have money, the fact that you're delusional just doesn't, you can get away with it, basically, in this country. It's really amazing. Take Donald Trump, for example. If the guy didn't have any money, he'd probably be in a fucking insane asylum. Like, somebody would have just come and taken him away, or just medicated him against his will, or I don't know what. But in this country, when you've got that, you've been successful. Something you did worked, as if this is a meritocracy. We just assume, he had to he must know what he's doing. He had to get there somehow. He must be smart, or not necessarily, but in this country, that's what we do. The ends justify the means, and we just look at somebody's results and we say, like, I don't know, we don't say it. We don't consciously realize, like, this motherfucker's crazy. But we just think, like, we're so deferential. Everybody just unconsciously believes that other people must know something, or they must have something going for them. They must, be. It's just pathetic that the fucking herd that just backs down in the face of money in this country. But that's, we're a capitalist society. It's what we are. And so it applies to dating, the same way. You can just show up on the fucking date. If you have a bunch of money, you can show up and just be like disgusting, and just unconsciously or even consciously, the girl will just, I don't know, she gives you a pass. She gives you a pass, on so many things. So many things. Because it's just the way it works in this country. We covet things, material goods. And so you're on a date with a guy, and, he's not that much different than he looks about the same as the guy you went on the date with a week ago who was fucking piss poor, fucking living with his parents temporarily while he finds work. And, he might be a great guy who's just a little down in his luck or transitioning. And no, I'm not speaking about myself. But yeah, you might be out on a date now with the same type of guy, maybe even a little uglier, but this guy's got money. And by extension, if he's got money, he's probably got some internal confidence that's working, in his favor too. So the girl just, she rationalizes. She makes these little compromises with herself about, like, oh, he's balding. Yeah, so what? He's probably got a really nice mattress. Probably got one of those, like, fancy beds with the sheets that are just, like, I don't know, like 1,000 thread count Egyptian cotton. I don't even know. But I have to find out. She don't fucking know. Like, it's just money, man. Money is the great equalizer in this country. You can't just, fucking make YouTube videos about how much you hate it either. You better learn to fucking accept it and embrace it, because it ain't going away anytime soon. It's the way it is. It's not just like this fad or trend or some sort of like little part of our pop culture that might just evaporate at some point. It's embedded in our fucking DNA. We are the land of opportunity. And by opportunity, I mean, if you got to kill a few Indians, you seized an opportunity. It's the ends justify the means. That's it's in our fucking DNA. I'm telling you. That's America. It's America. Land of opportunity. And you can't fight it, man. Just can't do it. Ask Bernie. Bernie can't. You can't fight it. We're not a socialist country. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. It sucks. I hear you. I'm not shooting my guns up in the air. I ain't killing no fucking Indians. I'm not really even personally ambitious. I'm all about socialism. I think everybody should just chill the fuck out. Smoke a bowl, I'm not some fucking hippie either. Like, compete. But, like, compartmentalize the stuff, compete, fight, make money, do what you want to do, personal ambition and what. But then, fucking shift gears at some point and just chill out and, like, be cool. Be thankful about the fact that you live in a system that has allowed you to become this successful as an individual, and don't fucking complain about having to give back. But, I don't want to go off on a tangent. But, I mean, to sum that up, I understand you want smaller government. You want more efficient government, smarter government. But the government, as, like, these people who come and take all your money. And I know the politicians suck. They fucking do. But do something about it. How about this? Become a politician. Or, I don't fucking know. I really don't. You know what? I don't fucking care. I ain't got no kids, man. I'm gonna be dead soon. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't care. But, like, I'm not going to be a part of the problem. That's always been my philosophy. That, yeah, I'm not this, like, big time activist. I'm not out there fucking championing the cause and trying to fucking feed the poor. Like, I don't do much to help, but I do nothing to hurt the situation. I will never, ever, ever be a part of the problem. Maybe that's just some rationalization or, what helps me sleep at night, but I'm telling you, it's fucking true. Like, I am not part of the problem. It's one of those things, like, I just know, like, if everybody was like me, if this country was full of just people like me, we would be a fucking much nicer country. I mean, we wouldn't get anything done. I mean, those fucking skyscrapers, they wouldn't be around. Be living in fucking grass huts, but we'd be happy. So really, my point is, don't allow yourself to be single into your 30s and 40s. You got to think ahead. You got to be proactive about these things. I'm telling you, being single is not a good look when you get older because you're not going to control your destiny anymore. You need to seize the bull by the horns, grab the bull by the horns while you still have the ability to do so, while you still control your own destiny, while you're still marketable, while you can still pull in some good pussy, because if you wait even a second too long, you're fucked because time is the most valuable commodity out there. It's what we all, Father Time never loses. We all end up in the same place. We're all going to die. Okay, not necessarily. Rich people do live longer lives and much more enriched, fulfilling lives. But that's a different story. My point is, just assuming all else being equal, we're all going to, time stands still for no one. And one day you will wake up and you will be ugly. And there will be parts of your body that you are no longer in control of. You just won't be fucking cute anymore. You're not a little kitten anymore. Now you're just this fucking fat, ugly cat and people don't even want you. And you miss the litter box sometimes and nobody knows why. And they're just like, oh, Mr. Whiskers, why'd you miss the litter box again? It stinks in here. And one day somebody leaves the door open and they're just like, please just let him go. Just go. Just get the fuck away. And you're like the Chinese grandparents in the 18th century, you're just filial duty is to walk off into the hills and die. Like, oh, I have to go into hills to die. Not enough resources for grandma, grandpa. No. I don't think they spoke like that, but my point is, they fucking had to go walk off into the hills and die before it was their time to actually die by natural causes because you stayed single into your 30s. I think that's more or less what I'm saying.